Hi, my name is Steve Cave, and I'll be a professor for this quarter, and I want to welcome you to the class. So this video is going to go over some basics of how to navigate Blackboard and about the class itself. So go ahead and watch it to the end and let me know if you have any questions at all, right? Since this class is completely remote, this is how we have to communicate. So you can call me, email me, whatever you want, but I want to make sure that you see me here, at least the beginning, so we can have some sort of class environment. So I'm going to jump right into walking you through what to do with Blackboard. So this is your first class here. It'd be surprising because it's a 200 level class, but maybe it is. If you don't know what Blackboard is, this is how it looks. When you should have a navigation pane over to the left, and then what's going on is on the right. Right now we're looking at announcements. So this is where, oh no, you're not. Now we are. This is where I'll be posting announcements, which will also go to your email, where I'll be telling you bonus information, maybe telling you about an assignment coming up, or just really anything. Make sure you pay attention to those announcements. And then the next thing on the list, that's announcements, course information. Here's where you can find the syllabus and the schedule. That's probably the most important thing right here. I recommend downloading those, especially the schedule, maybe printing it out so you have it handy. There's also other stuff here. If you are brand new, Blackboard orientation video is good to watch. All of this stuff. There's a lot of good info on this page. And then the next thing is course content. This is where the modules are. So if how this class works is every week you have a module. You want to click on the module that you're doing that week, and you read and go through everything in it. If it links you off to something, like this is telling you to go do one of your discussion boards assignments for the week, do it. Just jump over, do it, and come on back. This week we're talking about what is anthropology? What even is it? Why does it matter? And how do you define it? So yeah, really interesting stuff. At the bottom, you'll find links to discussion board work and the exercise for the week, or you can go to the next module. That's important because, well, I'll show you under assignments. You have an exercise due every week. The exercises are basically little quizzes to make sure you've read the material. So read the material, keep your book open for taking these. You don't need to, if you can find the information, you know the information. That's how I look at it. The other two big assignments in this class are these. You have an ethnography assignment and a cultural analysis paper, and they're linked. The gist is, I'll talk more about this as they get closer, but the gist of this is you need to, for the ethnography assignment, you need to find a group of people, like a co-culture that is different from yours, that you can go and observe some type of event of theirs. So we're in the fall right now, which means well, I think we have Day of the Dead coming up. There's a lot of opportunities for things you can do, but you need to actually go to an event, observe it, and through your lens that you're learning in this class, I want you to analyze what you're seeing. It'll walk you through here, but let me know if you have any questions. The second assignment is a cultural analysis paper. So for that one, that first paper is you go do an event, experience it, and tell us all what you experienced. The second one is that same culture for the event you went to, you research that culture and find out a lot about it, and then come and tell us what you found out. So it's all working from an anthropological standpoint. So you'll learn exactly what that means in this class if you do the modules. So you're fine. But I just want to show you these assignments so you get an idea of what's coming. And discussion board, you'll also have one of these every week. The top of the discussion board is this question and answers place. You can post questions that you have for me there if you want. If you don't care if you get an answer fast, that's the place to do it. If you need an answer fast, then you need to email me or call me or text me. But yeah, this is a discussion board. Right now, you should only see two things, well, three things, question and answers. And then you have two assignments this week. First is your student introductory assignment. If you have not had a class at CityU, you're going to be doing one of these in like every class at CityU. So make sure you do that. This is introducing yourself to us, the class. You post a picture, you tell us a little about yourself. And then the other one is actually doing the work. So for this one, M1BD means Module 1 discussion board. So once you have done the Module 1, you'll come back here and you'll answer these questions, right? So the hard part about this is these questions, a lot of them have right and wrong answers in a class like this. But I do want you to come back and comment on your classmates' work, right? You have to comment at least twice. Sometimes that can feel awkward in a class. Like, I totally understand that. It can feel awkward. Do your best. Try and be authentic. Try and actually have a real conversation. And if you don't, posting observations and comments is also okay. You're going to be sharing some of your ideas with each other. So be encouraging and be uplifting. And if you can't think of anything to talk about, then look at what they're doing and ask them a question about something else. At least you have to do two comments. You're also responsible to answer any questions you get. So don't ask too many questions, I suppose, unless you want people to be answering a lot, but make sure you do that. So that's the discussion board work. And the last thing, your grades will live right here. The last thing in here that I'll make sure you see is this button, faculty information. Here's where you can find a picture of me and my dog, but also my phone number. This is where it is, and my email address. So you can use either one of those to contact me. I talk about it right here. We can set up a Zoom call if you want to have a meeting. I'm available. The one other thing I should mention is that I do try and have a life. So if you are calling me, texting me, emailing me, whatever, over the weekend, there's an excellent chance you'll hear from me. But there's also an excellent chance you won't hear from me till Monday. If it's an urgent thing, like say an assignment is due and you're kind of freaking out, the fact that you emailed me at all will tell me that at least we tried to talk, right? If you can't make a deadline and you fire off an email before that deadline, if I don't reply, we'll figure it out when I get back. My goal in this class is for all of us to learn the material and to become better at being sociocultural anthropologists and to ace this class. That's my goal for all of you. We can all do that. If we work together, we can. The discussion boards are where you work together. That's where you encourage each other and give each other ideas. I'll be doing that as well. And hopefully by the end, you'll have learned a lot about yourself, about the world, and about people. And yeah, it'll be a huge success. So that's the Blackboard. That's how Blackboard works. That was really quick. If you have any more questions, let me know about that. But next I want to show you also the syllabus. So here we go. Let's scroll to the top. This is the syllabus for the class. If you downloaded it back over on Blackboard, this is what you see. Again, my name and info at the top, and what the class is supposed to cover, specifics on assignments, I talk about them here. The things I really want to make sure I mention are stuff that's in yellow, right here. For your essays, you have 2 of them, and they say they should be 5 pages each. Basically, the stuff in yellow is saying, when I say 5 pages, I mean 5 pages. Some students see that and write 6 or 7 or 8, thinking that I'll be impressed. I'm not. I want this to be 5 pages. And I count any page that has any writing on it at all as a page. So you could have 4 pages and a sentence. That works. Or you could have 5 full pages. That works. Just don't go under or over that. It's just, every professor is different. I'm sure you know. So I just want to make sure I tell you that's how I think about it. Be succinct. That's good. Say the same thing right there. Late assignments, my policy for that is 10% off of the assignment for every day it's late, which means it drops quickly. So if you're having a problem with getting something in on time, let me know before the deadline and we can work on something. If you let me know after the deadline, it's much harder, and I might just say no, because that's kind of an important part of being in college, is getting things done on time, right? Right? It's rough. And the last thing I want to point out here is this plagiarism comment. I take plagiarism very seriously, and it's easy to avoid. That's the trick. In this school, at CityU, every time you submit an essay, you'll also submit it to something called SafeAssign. SafeAssign will scan your essay and the entire internet, and will try and look for matches, places where phrases or sentences are the same or similar. So you can see what it tells you. It'll like highlight parts and stuff. So you'll get to see that ahead of time. When your first essay comes, you'll remind you all this. So don't stress. You don't need to remember this, actually. You just need to know that plagiarism is really serious, but we have a tool to help you avoid it. So you just have to actually do the work. So that'll be, as we get closer to the essays being due, I'll post that as an announcement, and you'll see that pop up in your mailbox. All right, that's the syllabus. There's more here about other help for you or how things work, but that's the syllabus. And the last thing I want to point out or talk about is the schedule. Here's the schedule. I recommend downloading it. I've done some cool stuff with it. I have color-coded it so you can see exactly what's due each week and what kind of thing is due each week. So that should be helpful. You can see the week's dates right here, and it just tells you what day of the week certain things are due. That's that. So if we go back to showing you Canvas, I want to tell you where to get that syllabus and schedule again, in case you forgot. It's under Course Information, and then you have the syllabus and the schedule. You can click on it and download them, and they're yours. So that is an overview of the class. I want to say welcome. I'm glad you're here. This class can be a lot of fun. The discussions can be really interesting, and yeah, I'm excited. So again, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you on the discussion board. Make sure to get your self-introduction in, and make sure to get your Module 1 work done, the little quiz at the end done, and then your final discussion board work done. So that's a few things you got to do this week, but none of them are too big, I think. But tackle it. If you have problems, let me know. And I will see you on the discussion board.